Listen up, you Yenzies. Back with y'all again on another noonday edition of Keeping It 100. Man, Mark Malone, you done already put it up there, bro. You done already said it. How I'm feeling. CRASH. Crash. That's exactly how I'm feeling. I ain't went down. I ain't moved it. Listen, I'm still at DEF CON high up there, man. All about having to deal with what we got to deal with. But, man, first, let me take care of some responsibility and what I got to do for the show, man. Thank all you guys for rocking with us on another edition of Keeping It 100, man. Appreciate all y'all being in here. Make sure if you have not become a member yet to the KnoItAllz podcast channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe and share this across all social media platforms. Wherever you get where you're listening or your audio or your video, make sure you share it across there and you become a member at any time now. There's special content that's backstage. Nobody else can get their hands on. There's special emojis. You can become a member at any time to the KnoItAllz podcast channel. We are growing all over the place and we could never grow without you guys. So we appreciate what you guys do for us. And always don't forget, super chats are wide open. And anytime you want to get your rant, comment, or whatever you want to put up on the screen, if a super chat guarantees it'll be there. Man, I'm going to acknowledge some of the people in the chat, man. Christine, Go Black and Gold, man. She's a member. We appreciate you. Petey, man, what's happening, man? Great to see you, man. Gary and Styles, man. What did he say? Oh, my God, that's hilarious. Gary Styles, man, he said Big G be on that. Nah, bro. Where I'm at, it's about a foot of snow, and I'm working outside of the home, so it took me a minute to get home, but I came and did what I needed to do. What's up, Stu Bus Driver, man? Great to see you, man. Stiller Lee, who's also a member, man. Good to see you, man. BGS, what's up, man? Good to see you, man, in the building. Mark Malone, you know I already acknowledged you, man. Luke Cage, who's a member as well. Big G, man, what's up? The diabolical Claude Bishop himself. Man, what's happening, man? In the building, man. What's up, Tyrone, man? Mod in the building, man. Good to see you, Vic, man. What's happening? Mean Green in the building. Good to see Mean Green in the building. Mean Green keep telling me the RELAX. Hey, man, this ain't Aaron Rodgers, dog. This ain't Aaron Rodgers, so hell no, man. Still a dog. I've heard Shula apparently bombed in his interviews. That's all misdirection and misconception. We're going to talk about it a little bit on the show, man. And Tyrone says, Mike McCarthy is least offensive minded. I just hope we get a good coaching tree. Big G, that's what Tomlin's biggest problem was. I get it. We're going to talk about it on the show. He said, I'm not off that ledge yet either, Big G. In fact, I'm getting madder every day listening to all the experts trying to sell Steeler fans on this BS. That's facts, man. Curb, what's happening, man? The Black and Gold Standard in the building, man. Good to see you. Man, we got about 40-some people in here already, man. Well, I appreciate all y'all rocking with us. And make sure, once again, if you want to get your rant or your chant up on stage, up on the screen, you can super chat at any time. It's wide open, man. Y'all listen, man. The head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, I know y'all know him as Mike McCarthy, but I call him Mike Wezowski's. See that damn logo on his shirt right there, man? That's he over there coaching like Mike Wezowski's of the Monsters Incorporated, right? I'm going to give you some history about this coach because there's so much misconception. And for a lot of it, people really don't know your history. So you should learn your history about what your coach is or isn't, or what he does or doesn't, before you say you approve and or disapprove or dislike or like. You need to go through your history. First of all, Mike McCarthy's claim to fame and starting with coaching was actually over in the New Orleans Saints. Now, he did some quarterbacking stuff and all whatever else with Favre early on, of course. But he got to where he got to as far as being with the New Orleans Saints. Let me be clear. Mike McCarthy had one good season with the New Orleans Saints as far as helping with the offensive scheme and the offensive game plan. He had one good season, the 2000 season. You know, I know I got feet on the ground, people that I know this dude from over there, and I already done talked to him. Yeah, he had one good season. After that, the Saints sucked for 3 years. He left. All right. He did a little bit of work in Kansas City and all whatever else. And then his next claim to fame was in Green Bay. Okay. He was hired in Green Bay in 2006. Okay. For all y'all that don't know math and can't keep up with math, Aaron Rodgers was drafted in Green Bay in 2005. The reason why Mike McCarthy became the head coach in Green Bay is because the head coach before him was so frustrated about his position in Green Bay. They decided to move away from him and go with McCarthy. So he didn't develop Aaron Rodgers. So all you guys out there, he's going to develop the quarterback. No, he's not. He didn't develop Aaron Rodgers. Matter of fact, the issue was the Packers knew what they had in Aaron Rodgers when they drafted him. Because remember, Aaron Rodgers was supposed to have been the number 1 overall draft pick that year. He fell to the Packers by accident. So they knew that they had what they had. The issue was Brett Favre didn't want to walk out the door. And if you go back and remember and all that drama and trauma, there was a lot of issues between Favre and Rodgers, and a lot of that was done by McCarthy. McCarthy stirred it up because they knew what they drafted in Rodgers. He was already there a year before McCarthy even showed up. They knew what they had. They knew exactly what they had. The following season, the first year him being a coach, both Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre got hurt. They sucked. They was not good. They sucked. They was not good, right? And then the whole drama went down between Favre and Rodgers, and they couldn't decide. Well, guess who was feeding into that? The head coach was feeding into it. Because remember, Green Bay doesn't have ownership. So you guys, let's make it be clear. The Green Bay Packers don't have ownership. The Green Bay Packers are owned by the fans, right? So it wasn't, you can't say it's like how Rooney is, him being A, B, C, and D. No, it's owned by the people, the stockholders in that little community. That was that head coach doing that. There was back and forth between Rodgers and Favre. Finally, Favre walked out the door. He had tired of it. He had grown tired of it and left. And then the next move was, S. Dresden for the super chat, man. S. Dresden, thank you for the 20, man. He said, gee, why would anyone co-sign McCarthy for 5 years? Man, I'm going to get to it, S. Dresden. I swear to God, I promise you. And thank you again for the $20, man. We appreciate you, bro. I'm going to get to it, right? For 5 years, on top of that, Mike Wezowski's, right? So now you got what's going on with Rodgers. He supposedly develops him. Now, let's be clear also. Mike McCarthy didn't outcoach Mike Tomlin in the Super Bowl. No. Rashard Mendenhall fumbled. We had him there. Ben Roethlisberger threw a pick in that freaking end zone. That wasn't on Mike Tomlin. That was on the fact that Ben Roethlisberger threw a pick and Rashard Mendenhall freaking fumbled. He didn't outcoach Mike Tomlin in that Super Bowl. So all y'all that told me, well, he outcoached him, he beat him. No, he beat him because Rashard Mendenhall fumbled the freaking football and Ben Roethlisberger threw a pick in the end zone. Let's be clear. He didn't outcoach him. We only lost by 6. Horrible, horrible play for the players on the field, but Tomlin gets stuck with that loss. And the Yenzies, McCarthy. Stop that. Let's be clear. Then McCarthy was back and forth, all whatever else. He didn't really do nothing else over in Green Bay. And then all of a sudden, he landed over in Dallas. Now, to be clear, the Dallas offensive scheme, and, by the way, don't forget that he had a developed Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and Jordy Nelson and Mercedes Lewis and big boy that played Jermichael Finley. I can run down all the weapons that was over there in Green Bay. They won 1 championship. 1. Right? Then he goes to Dallas. He's got freaking CeeDee Lamb. He's got Dak Prescott. He's got Ezekiel Elliott. He's got all these other pieces. They was big trash. Yeah, they won some regular season games, but go look at his playoff record. And I help all you guys realize and know that Mike McCarthy ain't won a playoff game from the same time that our boy Mike Tomlin ain't won no playoff game. Let's be clear. He ain't won no playoff game, just like Tomlin ain't won no playoff game. Look at what Tomlin had, and I ain't apologizing for Tomlin because he should have got it done. But look at what Tomlin had versus what McCarthy had. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let me get to some of these comments, man. I'm breaking it down so that way you guys can understand. Don't go for the wolf tickets, man, or what they selling you, bro. This was not a good hire, right? Here you go. Mark Malone said, once we start playing, people are going to start calling him Big Daddy Yinzer. Yeah, until they lose. Or until they lose. Because don't forget, he got losing seasons. Tomlin ain't never had that. Said in the whale stuff, in the whale stuff of a thing. Yeah, facts. I follow you, man. Casey, man, what's up, man? Talking a rich man's world is sketchy. Yeah, it's true, but it's just the truth of it, right? They keep saying he developed Favre too. No, Favre had been there for years before. He was part of the quarterback room, but no, he did not develop Brett Favre. Absolutely hell to the no did he develop Brett Favre. He said, I saw something where he helped Rodgers change his throwing motion. No, he did not help Aaron Rodgers. Go back and watch film of Aaron Rodgers in California and then watch film of Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. It's the same freaking player. Come on, man. Yeah, he didn't play a snap. That's facts. Tomlin didn't play a damn snap. But Mendenhall and lost that damn game, man. Big Daddy Yinzer's, no, he's not. Stop that, Mark Malone. I'm about to put you in the matrix for that because that ain't true. He did not develop Aaron Rodgers. They knew what they had. That's what he got drafted the year before. Stop that. Said we're cooked. Steelers hired a dinosaur to coach the team. Yeah, he's Pete Carroll. I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. You can call it. I can't wait till I can get to this, Mark Malone. You're going to be sick what I'm going to tell you here in a minute. Oh, my God, you're going to be sick. Well, just hold on, Mark. I got something for you, right? He said that was Gunslinger Ben back then. It absolutely was. Eric Williams, what up, Big G? Did you hear that Rooney's didn't like the way that Chris Shula was saying in the interview for the head coaching job? Yeah, you know what they didn't like? Because Chris Shula was telling them that he was going to tear the team down and he was going to start over and put him in a new direction. And Rooney wanted to run it back. That's why they didn't like it, Eric. Let's be clear, right? His DP for that Super Bowl was Don Capers of Steelers lore. Wonder what that's all about. And I heard somebody say Don Capers going to come out of retirement and come back and coach. Y'all done lost your damn mind. Come on, man. He said it's not so much as the main coach. We're all pissed because of the process and the shadiness of the hiring process. I agree. Mod, he hasn't developed a quarterback. That's facts. All these people that's thinking that he has, they lying. He ain't developed no damn quarterback, right? Who else? Let me see. Let me get to Art's comment down here. Said, Art with the big boomer making a hire from decades ago. Yeah, he's past his time. What's up, Frosty, man? Good to see you in the building, right? He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere because this was all the pieces are going to be connected. And this is why I'm going to start messing up Mark Malone, right? And all these other people. He's going to develop Will Howard. Don't you believe it? That's not what's going to happen. I'm going to put you up on game. First of all, I'm telling you right now, Aaron Rodgers is coming back to Pittsburgh Steelers next year. We ain't going to know till about June. Whenever mandatory OTAs are, we ain't going to know. We ain't going to know that Rodgers is coming back, but he going to come back about June. Trust and believe, man. S. Dresden said Art Rooney that's facts. S. Dresden, that's total facts. I totally agree with that. That's big facts, right? It's ridiculous, right? I say he's the enemy. S. Dresden, he's the enemy. He's the arch nemesis of this, right? Now. So Favre coming back. That's number one. I mean, not Favre. Rodgers coming back. That's number one. But I'm going to put you up on game too. So Mike McCarthy's claim to fame is how he develops relationships, who he's tight with, who he ain't tight with, how he's developed relationships over the years, right? So he doesn't necessarily have a coaching tree, but what he's connected to is people who have people that are connected, all right? So at one point, Doug Nessmeyer was on Mike McCarthy's coaching staff. For all of y'all that don't know who in the hell Doug Nussmeier is, you better get real familiar with this name. Doug Nussmeier, right? Doug Nussmeier's son just got done playing quarterback at LSU. Nussmeier's baby boy just got done playing quarterback at LSU. He done known Nussmeier since he was a baby. He done known him. He knows all his tendencies, what he like, what he don't like, what he can do, and what he can't do. You can book it that Nussmeier might end up on his staff, and you can book it that his son's probably going to end up being drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Nussmeier was supposed to have been the #1 overall draft pick. Watch what I'm telling you, Yenzies. All y'all out there talking about Will Howard and Will this, that, and this and all. Okay. Remember, that ain't McCarthy's dude. McCarthy sold wolf tickets to get the job. He wanted to appease Ben Roethlisberger, and why his opinion even matters, who cares? Oh, I can develop Will Howard. I can do this and that. Yeah, right. He's going to pick his quarterback. Trust what I'm telling you. Nussmeier probably going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. You can damn near book it. I can already see it happening. He's going to draft him in the 3rd or the 4th round, bring the dude in. Yeah, Ma, there you go. Guess who's getting drafted? Nussmeier. Mike McCarthy's builds relationships, and I'm going to make it full. Algorani community is elderly. Yep. Facts. He said, let me see what he said. Big G, you got any thoughts on the DC? I'm going to get there. Trust me, I'm going to get there today. Believe me. Right? Said Tom is a joke. Okay, you can say Tom is a joke all he wants to, but in some ways, they're going to give McCarthy everything he needs. In other ways, they ain't going to do it at all. Right? Tay Boy Fresh for the $4.99. He said, fans wanted to change Mike for Mike, bowl for a bowl. And recent bad playoff records, only thing swing and led their defense for offense, all change ain't good. Yeah, they wanted to say they got an offensive scheme versus a defensive scheme. And that's, come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's not what matters. These guys are mirror images of each other. They're actually parallels of each other. Mike McCarthy and Mike Tomlin are the same thing. Their playoff records are a couple of games apart. Mike Tomlin's got a better winning percentage than Mike McCarthy. So come on, man. Come on. Stop with all this shadiness and all whatever else. This was about Art Rooney wanting to make things the way that they are. Art Rooney doesn't want to change. I've been telling y'all for months that Art Rooney's the villain in this. I've been saying it over and over and over again. The villain is Art Rooney. He is the one that doesn't want to change. So guess what he did? He brought in a Yenzi right there from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that's old and past his time. And so he don't want to change. He don't want to change. He said it's a step backwards. It is, Casey, it is. It is. Still, Elise said, if they give McCarthy a bigger coaching staff, I'm going to be pissed because they made Tomlin work with scraps. That's facts, bro. And I'm going to get to some of the diabolicalness that you're going to see with the coaching staff in a minute. He said, I'm actually okay with Nussmeier in the 3rd or the 4th. Just don't want to bring Rodgers back. Rather fail with a young. No, it's not happening. They're bringing Rodgers back. Don't buy into it, bro. He's coming back. Believe me, because Rooney likes that, right? Mike M had AR in his prime only to get 1 chip. Mike T with Big Ben got 2. Facts. Frosty. Facts. Right? So we talking about Mike Wezowski's. He ain't did nothing. Right? Said, bro, I'm outside shoveling. It's diabolical. Yeah, my car is literally buried. I just got stuck a few seconds ago. That's why I was late. Absolutely, man. I get that. Said, so Rodgers was developed after sitting 1 year on the bench. Meanwhile, reality is Rodgers was backing up for 3 years. Dude's a delusional. So you call me a delusional cow all you want to. The issue was they already knew what they had in Aaron Rodgers. They was trying to push him to the front of the table. But the issue was Brett Favre wasn't having it. Aaron Rodgers pushed Brett Favre every year that he was there trying to take the starting job. They knew what the hell he was. He didn't have to develop him. Aaron Rodgers was the same thing that got drafted from California day 1. He was supposed to have been the #1 overall pick. So you go back and do your history, young fella. Go look at what you need to look at while you're calling people clowns. You need to look at that he didn't have to develop him at all. Rodgers was what he was. From the rip, he was supposed to be the #1 pick. And he had to sit there behind Favre because Favre wouldn't leave. Favre wouldn't leave, man. Man, this is diabolical, man. He said, got the Super Bowl #2 with an underrated Ben. Yeah, correct. That's facts. That's facts. Yeah, underachieving. He's an underachieving champion. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Rogers Berkeley. Facts. He was a dog. He coming out, he was a dog. Yep, facts. Big lies. They're selling that McCarthy was hired to develop a quarterback if A-Rod comes back. If that's true, they're all saying we're going to take a quarterback in the first round. Don't put it past them to do that either. If he's not sold another 100% on Nussmeier, they'll go after Ty Simpson. Y'all, Will Howard ain't getting no shot. I mean, I just want all you, I'm telling you, Jens, he's way ahead of time. The Will Howard ain't getting no shot. Not in real life, he ain't getting no shot. Not no real one. Now, if he beats him out, okay, he beats him out. But saying that he's the guy, he's in pole position, he's going to be the quarterback, that ain't happening. That ain't happening, man. Rodgers said out of his mouth, McCarthy changed his whole throwing mechanics. Look at how he throws at Cal when he got – no, you go back and look at it. No, he didn't change. Bro, you got to remember, I was alive. I saw it with my own eyes. What he did is Aaron Rodgers became a Brett Favre clone as far as how he's able to see maybe defenses because he sat behind a first ballot Hall of Famer for 3 years, but he didn't develop him. He had the arm strength, the moxie, being able to do what he needed to do concerning the passing game. He might have been a little raw, but he didn't develop him. Hell no. He didn't develop Aaron Rodgers. Don't buy that. He was already there. Matter of fact, that's why they fired the head coach. That's why they fired the head coach, because the head coach wouldn't start him in front of Favre. Go back and read the history. There you go. There you go, Frosty. Tell him, Frosty. Tell him, Frosty. Right? He said, for the first time, this team has Art 2's fingerprints all on it. Dan hired Tomlin, not Art 2. That's facts. And Art 2 is looking big trash out there. Art 2 is looking diabolical out there. Right? Now, let's talk a little bit about the coaching. Right? I'm telling you right now. The press conference is today at 2 o'clock. He gonna get up there and talk about he was destined for the job. He should have been it. He wanted to be one all along. He's going to help Pittsburgh from making their transition and this, that, and this, and this. He ain't going to give you no clues about who's going to hire. He might hire this and that. He going to try to sell you on Wolfies when it comes to Will Howard. We know this. We've been there. We've seen this before. Yeah, Lil Dan need to come back and check him, bro. Frosty already said he need to come back and check Art. Already done said it, bro. He need to come back and check that dude, right? He said, this press conference is already pissing me off and hasn't even started yet. You're going to see it. Black and gold, you're going to see it. You're going to see it too. I thank you for the job. I appreciate. I'm going to instill the winning back in Pittsburgh, and we're going to do this. Somebody's going to ask him a direct question about Will Howard. He's going to be avoiding in some capacity. He ain't going to say it all the way like how he's supposed to, and this, that, and this. And then they're going to start pressing him about, now, Stillerly, I want that, but that ain't who they're going to hire. Remember, I'm telling you, I'm telling y'all right off the bat, I'm trying to put y'all up on game. Mike Wezowski's is about relationships. Mike Wezowski's about relationships. Y'all going to be pissed when he hires the Raiders defensive coordinator. Y'all going to be when he hires the Raiders defensive coordinator. Y'all gonna be like, what the hell is this? Because he gets down with recycling old coaches that he has relationships with. Now, it is true. He does have a relationship with Al Harris. Personally, that's the guy who I would want as my DC. If I had to put up with anybody, it would be Al Harris. But I don't know if he's going to do all of that. Y'all going to be pissed when he hire, right? Claude, the diabolical bishop himself. He said, when are you guys going to stop apologizing for a mid-coach like Tomlin and give McCarthy a chance He'll have a better coaching staff. I'm not. You're the one on this thinking I'm a Tomlin apologist. I'm not. I'm an Art Rooney hater. If you want to call me anything, you can call me an Art Rooney hater, because Art Rooney has been the villain all along. But y'all didn't want to recognize it. Y'all didn't want to recognize that Rooney has been the villain. All along, he's been the villain. You're going to say, never. Claude, let me tell you something. I was the one, and you know what, Claude, I don't normally do this on Keep It 100, but I ain't got time to deal with you. I don't want to put you in the matrix. Live chat, get his ass. Tear him up. Just start hitting him with facts over the top of his head. Never did I once. I said, I wanted Mike Tomlin gone, but I didn't want him replaced with Mike Wezowski. I was calling for Shula. I was calling for Klubnik. I was calling with Shieldhouse. But I was never calling for no damn Mike McCarthy. Oh, no. So I ain't apologizing for no bum coach. Y'all tear Claude up. Give him the business. He said, well, all fairness to the Raiders DC, he didn't have anything to work with except Crosby. That's facts, but he was big trash, though, as the DC. Christine Black and Gold, he was trash. He said, I didn't like it at first. Everything growing on me. Probably just the Stiller and me settling. Yeah, facts. Right? Claude, how do you see McCarthy as an improvement? Get him, Afton. Get him. Still Almighty said, Big G and Claude in a cage match. That's hilarious, man. Claude. Listen, I already told the live chat to get him. It's dumpster juice out there in Vegas, bro. That's big facts, right? Said, no, McCarthy doesn't develop quarterback. Steve, you on some other, bro. I don't know what you smoking, bro. I don't know. $5 super chat from S. Dresden. Are you pissed about Heartline bringing Smith to OSU? That's a whole nother show for a different conversation. Believe me, trust me, I have plenty of time to go there. Thank you, Casey. Light him up. Claude, you out there being diabolical. Thank you, y'all. Claude, I just don't get it. He's trying to make Claude is actually right now today a Mike McCarthy, Mike Wezowski apologist himself. He's saying Mike Wezowski is going to be a big coach, a good coach. Get out of here. He's talking about he's going to be better than this. Stop that, Claude. Victoria said they're going to let him hire his guys' names, and that's the problem. Yeah, they're going to be old school, bro. They're going to be old school. Facts. What Tate Boy Fresh say, man, the comments is going crazy right now, so I got to make sure I go back and catch it. Tate Boy Fresh said, a lot of people think Patrick Graham for DC, but I take Al Harris. I take Al Harris too, but it's going to be that diabolical Raiders DC. I'm telling you, Mike Wazowski's on some other stuff, man. He is. Said, Big G, I'll bet you BP Big G, I'll bet you BP went up, bro, just like mine. Yeah, facts. Facts, Rozilla. Facts. Right? What Tay Boy Fresh said? Oh, he said that already. I got to that. I'm way behind on the comments. Let me see. What Anthony said. Let me see what he said right here. Yeah, that facts, Anthony. We should have took an art of this word when he wanted to run it back with Tomlin, and he left to run it back with McCarthy, who's still the same coach on offense. That's facts. Total freaking facts, man. Total facts, right? I'm not going to be on with Big B after the press conference. I'll be on with Big B tonight with the big show. That's why I'm going to be over there with Big B. And we're gonna break the press conference down. Believe me, we're going to have a lot to say tonight, for sure. No, I ain't hitting no Thunderbird, man, but I done crashed. Mark. I done crashed all the way out, man. Crashed all the way out. Totally out, right? And like I said, he's a 62-year-old coach. He's a 62-year-old coach. What is he going to do? And going back to S. Dresden's comment of what he said, 5 years for a 62-year-old coach, and he's going to develop a young quarterback, man, stop it. Mike McCarthy wants to win. Mike Wazowski wants to win right now. He ain't got time to develop no damn young quarterback. He ain't got time to do it. He can't. The clock is tick, 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 tick. The clock is ticking. He ain't got time, right? He gonna have his guy. He gonna try to, he gonna draft, and this is so diabolical. He gonna draft a quarterback, and I'm telling you, get used to Doug Nussmeier's son. Get used to hearing the name Nussmeier associated with the Pittsburgh Steelers, because he think he gonna have something with him, and he ain't gonna have to show him so much. He ain't gonna have to show him so much. But he ain't got time to develop no quarterback. The clock's ticking. He got to win. Art Rooney already done told you he wanted to run it back. He was cool with running it back with Tomlin. He told you that. But we didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. I was like, man, I cannot believe. I was like, nah, we going in a different direction. No, we went in the same damn direction that we've always went every damn time. The same damn direction. Right, Danny JR, man, he said, Big G, are you going to NFL draft this year? I'm trying to work out the logistics, man. I actually got two of my daughters that's getting married this year, one in March and one in September. So I'm trying to work out the logistics. I was supposed to be going over there with Big B, an executive producer. I'm trying to work it out. All things possible, all things work. I'm going to be over there with Almighty doing my thing at the draft. Believe me, man. But I got a daughter getting married in March and another one getting married in July. So it's going to be a rough year. My bread got to be right. But, you know, by y'all super chatting, y'all support the bread. Let's be clear. Let's be perfectly clear. I appreciate you, right? And subscribing, you support the bread. So, yeah, but I'm trying to be there. And listen, I know the diabolical mess is going to be going on at the draft. Man, they should be talking about Rooney sell the team. Rooney sell the team. Rooney sell the team. Rooney sell the team. They should be talking about that, bro, because the draft gonna be diabolical. I'm telling you. And I've already said this publicly, and I'm going to reiterate this. And when y'all Yenzi see this happen, don't get mad, because I tried to warn you. We got top money. We got top 10 money right now. We should have done some stuff. We should have got rid of Patrick Queen, made Jalen Ramsey renegotiate his contract. We should have done all of that stuff, but they ain't gonna do it, right? Because McCarthy's going to keep the status quo, right? But now they're going to spend money on certain guys that they want and they don't. They ain't going to save no whole bunch of money. They're going to use some of the money to bring back old school players. You can already book Alan Lazard being a Pittsburgh Steeler. You can add Alan Lazard there, right? So now you're going to use the 12 players that we got to be able to trade for veterans that they can surround around. Now, they're going to trade all 12, but they're going to use some of that draft capital to get veterans to put around that damn Aaron Rodgers so they get an opportunity to win. Watch what I'm telling you. Y'all going to be mad. Y'all, the first move that's going to happen, and I'm about 50% sure right now, they're trading backwards. They ain't going to sit at 21. They're not going to do it. They're going to sit at, they're going to move back. Don't forget, I told you, Aaron Rodgers don't like working with rookie wide receivers. When you don't see Pittsburgh draft a wide receiver in the first round, y'all going to be mad as hell. Y'all going to be like, how in the hell do we not draft a wide receiver in the first round and we need one? Because Aaron Rodgers don't want to work with rookies. Aaron Rodgers going to bring in his veterans that he like to work with. Guys that he knows. Guys that he knows, man. Yeah, Joe Brady got the head coach in John Frosty. I seen that earlier, man. Right? Bring in Schwartz for DC, young, fresh offensive mind for OC. You can't do that. You know why? Because Mike Wezowski going to be, and Trey Howard is. Howard ain't going to get no chance. Mike Wezowski going to be calling plays. Mike Wezowski and Aaron Rodgers going to be calling plays, bro. I'm trying to tell you. And listen, Will Howard ain't this dude. He going to sell y'all whoopies. Will Howard ain't this dude. Bro. Nussmeier, get used to hearing it. There's Mike Wezowski, Mike McCarthy works with relationships. Doug Nussmeier was on his staff for years. His son then developed as a quarterback down at LSU. He was supposed to have been the number 1 overall draft pick. Some things happened at LSU. It didn't work out. Don't be shocked if you see Nussmeier's name come off the board in the 3rd round for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't be shocked. I'm just trying to prepare the Yenzies, man. Y'all all in about Will Howard. Don't you buy these Wolf tickets? Yeah, don't you buy these Wolf? Yeah, correct. Facts. It does, Roland. It absolutely does. Big G, in the near future, you're describing sounds that make something sound from Satan. Yeah, because that's what we're dealing with. That's the diabolicalness of it. The diabolicalness of it, man. Facts. Right? At this point, nobody should be surprised at anything they do. You're right, Aaron. You're right, bro. You're right. Right? What he said, Art Smith he went to Ohio State to beat OC, man. He went to Ohio State. McCarthy will say what he thinks. We want him to say what he wants to say today, right? Because he's actually puppeted. Because Art Rooney II is diabolical. And he wants to run it back. He wants to run it back. Speaking of truth today, man, I'm a bit worried. We all are. Yeah, facts. Except for all those ones that Mike McCarthy's going to be better than Mike Tomlin. Those are the ones that ain't, they wanted change for the sake of change. And don't get me wrong, I wanted Mike Tomlin the hell out of there too. But not from Mike Wezowski's. Absolutely not from Mike Wezowski's. No way for him. Out of all coaches, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over and expect different results. You just did the same thing. I walked you through how this guy got started. I walked you through about him not developing quarterbacks. I walked you through regular season. He's had regular season success, but you know what he ain't really had? Playoff success. Mike Wezowski, McCarthy freezes up when it comes time for the playoffs. Just go back and look at the Dallas Cowboys the last 3 freaking years that he was with them. Coaching decisions was horrible for Mike Wezowski. It was horrible. Some of the coaching decisions that he made was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I can't wait till he loses some games, just like how Tomlin lost games. Y'all gonna be like, man, damn. But sometimes it just takes you to see the truth. Sometimes you got to see it. Sometimes you got to see it. Sometimes you got to see it. And our last point, how Mike McCarthy got to the Pittsburgh Steelers was through his relationship. Remember, I keep telling you, it's through his relationships, through his relationship with Omar Khan in New Orleans. Omar Khan and Mark McCarthy were boys in New Orleans. Google me if you don't believe me. Go back and look it up. Mike McCarthy and Omar Khan were boys back in New Orleans. They was boys. Why do you think he got an opportunity now? Why do you think they only brought in Mentor Flores and Mike McCarthy? Because Omar had a bias. Omar had a bias. Omar knew what he wanted to do from the beginning. They wasn't going to bring in Shieldhouse. They wasn't going to bring in Shula. They wasn't going to, no, not face-to-face, no. This was all about Mike Wezowski becoming the head coach. Yeah, man, it's facts, Beats. Nobody's going to respect McCarthy, especially if he started loses. Yeah, Claude, we'll see. To be continued. We'll see, Claude. We'll see. We'll see. Remember, live chat, remember, on this day, on 1/27/2026, Claude said that. Don't forget that, because when it started happening, Claude, you're going to be sick all in there with Mike Wezowski's. Christian Black and Gold said McCarthy's lazy, always has been. That's facts. There will be less practices, less game planning. He ain't no Tomlin when it comes to hard work. The only tedious repetition routine of actions will be snack related. I mean, that rumor was out about him when he was in Green Bay. The rumor was about him that he doesn't like all of that. He doesn't like all that. Afton, it was a combo of both. McCarthy and his choice routes and time management of Dak was forcing it. Yeah, facts. That's facts, Ma. That's his time management, and when the play calling gets tight and all whatever else, horrible. Lack of blank game planning, horrible. Wide receivers running. And do you really think in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, we got guys that can actually run choice routes? Do you really believe that our wide receiver room right now has a bunch of receivers that can run choice routes? First of all, DK Metcalf can't run no damn route. Let's be clear. He can't run no route. He can't do it. No. And he ain't going to throw the ball to Roman Wilson. Roman Wilson got his helmet taken from him because he wasn't doing what Rodgers was asking him to do. He don't like Calvin Austin. How many times you done seen him throw Calvin Austin underneath the bus and yelling and screaming at him on the sidelines and this, that, and this and that? He throws out Pat Fryer move. We talking about the diabolical quarterback named Aaron Rodgers. And so now you got to have him run choice routes? Man, y'all done lost y'all brain. Y'all done lost y'all brain, man. I'm telling you, man, this is diabolical. And y'all gonna see. Now, I want my team to win. Don't get me twisted. I'm down with this right here. I want my team to win, but I'm not going to buy wolf tickets. You're not going to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining outside. I'm not buying it. You're not going to piss down my leg and tell me it's raining outside. It don't work like that. I'm not buying this, right? I know what this is about. This is about the diabolical Art Rooney and his position wanting to run it back. S. Dresden, McCarthy's a big guy with a little guy face and beady eyes. It's hard to trust him. That's why I call him Mike Wezowski, S. Dresden, because he out there looking like Wezowski's, the little bitty green fella with the big beady eye, out there looking like Mike Wezowski's. Craig said, the middle of the field was lava. Let's see if it continues. Well, that's what happens when you run choice routes and your quarterback doesn't like throwing the ball over to the middle of the field. When your quarterback don't like doing it, because Rodgers don't like throwing it over there either. Let's be clear. Rodgers don't like doing it. He don't like doing it, right? After said, I liked hiring Tomlin was the blank. Yeah, correct. It was like changing your pants and not changing your shirt. Facts. Hey, y'all, listen, man. I've been before y'all long enough. I appreciate it, man. We got to about 110, 115 people watching us live. Man, I appreciate all y'all rocking with me. If any of you guys have not become a member yet to the KnoItAllz podcast channel, join. Make sure you like and subscribe and or share. All throughout the off season, myself, Tape Boy Fresh, Mod will be here with live content, pre-recorded content, being able to keep y'all up on game with all kind of stuff. You know me, I'm always going to be Steelers focused and talking about the college football and A, B, C, and D. But every week, I'm going to be with you live and pre-recorded content. Make sure that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, what Claude said, Claude, you know what? Gee, you know, like a throwing over the middle was Tomlin. It was it was Tomlin, Aaron Rodgers, Arthur Smith. You know what, Claude? I wasn't, I just can't, Claude. Man, me and you, I love to hate you sometimes, but you got to get your fix, man. Bye, Claude.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
But oh well, what you got gold and you gotta go.
Crazy, man. You right.
But oh well, what you got gold and you gotta go.
Claude, man, you had to, man. You had to get your fix. I understand it, man. So I get it. I understand. But it ain't just Mike Tomlin thing, man. It's a lot going on. Mike Wezowski don't like throwing it over the middle field either. Go back and look at it. Yeah, go back and look at it. All right, y'all. Like I said, man, we thank you guys for rocking with us for another live edition of KeepN It 100. I'll be back tonight over there on Steelers Almighty with my boy, The Big Show, man. Me and Big B, man, doing The Big Show. I'll be back tomorrow with Smash the Gas and Pump Your Brakes with Tape Boy Fresh, with Shannon, with the diabolical Kirby. And if you haven't had an opportunity yet, go on Fridays and check the Draft Lab out on Steelers Almighty with me and my boy, Big B, man. Listen, our whole draft plans have changed based on what happened as far as coaching is concerned. We're going to be in a whole different place with the show this Thursday, man. I thank all you guys again for rocking with me. Have a great, wonderful, and safe afternoon. Stay warm. Stay safe. We'll see you guys next week on KeepN It 100. Have a great week. Peace.